Meany goes 353. 353 for Kenny Hayes. We'll move on to the second round. Now it's going to be Bill Meany in the far lane and Craig Durning in the near lane. To Bill Meany, wow, 377. It's like Craig ran 362 for the breakout. So Bill Meany moves on to the next round. So it'll be, that's it for Pro 1. So Kevin Cambridge, Tara D'Annunzio, Kenny Hayes, and Bill Meany advanced in the first round of Pro 1. Yeah, we lost the live stream there for a minute. I'm not sure what happened. The app kind of glitched there, and I had to go back in and reset it. But everything seems to be good now. You are watching the National Standard News live stream presented by Good Vibrations Motorsports this weekend here at the Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California, for the Southern California Sand Drag Association Mayhem at Soboba event. In the middle of round number 1 of the pro bracket classes. We just finished the Pro 1 car class, which is a 374 and faster dial. And up next is going to be the Pro 2 car class, which is 375 to 425. The time break on that one. We already ran first round of the ATV classes. They're loaded back in the lanes for round 2 over there. Yeah, we're here in sunny Southern California. It's, I don't know, probably about 70, 72 degrees, sunny, a little bit of a breeze. Not bad. Pretty decent weather. We were a little cold last night there for the finals, but go back to the live stream from last night. You can check out all the finals from the Pro Gambler classes. We had some really good racing there. Justin Adamson took the win in the Pro Car Gambler, and Mark Ratliff won the ATV Gambler. So I want to thank everybody who's tuning into the live feed this weekend. We've had people from all across the country tuning in, and in other countries as well. So big thank you to those that are checking out some 300-foot sand drag racing here. Yes, we ran first round of the heads-up classes a little while ago. The first round videos are on the NSDN Facebook page. The Fast 4 class did run. They're down to the final round now. Robert Skidmore will be back against Art Cronin for the finals. Skidmore went 280 on his first round single pass, and Cronin went 303, so should be a good battle. We know the Cronin car can run a lot faster, and Skidmore's trying to get the backup run for the record. He went 268 earlier in the weekend, so he's got to slide it in there within 1% to back that up. So that final round should be pretty interesting. We had another record set this weekend. Jimmy DePass in the Otis Express Jeep set the A Pro Jeep world record with a 2.690. backed up with a 2.70 with the screw-blown Hemi Jeep. So great job, the whole detached crew, Jim, and the whole team there. Pretty amazing to see a front engine car running in the 260 zone on alcohol. He actually is right on top of the all-time front engine record that Charlie Brown set with his Nitro front engine car, who also ran 269 years ago. Yeah, definitely Skidmore is going to be on kill trying to set that record. I don't know if they took the right lane first round. It seems like all the guys that had lane choice took the right lane first round, but the left lane has been the fast lane all weekend. So I'm not sure what they were seeing there in the track, but I don't know. We'll see what happens for the next time around. The track is a little different today. I mean, it's not much different, but it dried out some. When they run the juniors, they smooth the track out, and then they have to rip it again after that, so usually takes it a little while to come back in after that. So there we go, Pro 2, round number 1. It's going to be, I believe that's Justin Adamson in the Chris Katrowski. Number by run. He went 421, 78 miles an hour. So Justin Adamson running Chris's Jeep in Pro 2. Not sure what's up with that. I see his own Jeep's in the lanes for Pro 3, so must be okay. Here we go, Wes Johnson coming up now. Looks like we got a single run here. Must have had some carnage there after the ladder was built, so. Wes Johnson, 420, 4.204, and move on to the next round. Nice little pass there, hiking the left front up, cruising down through there. This should be a good matchup. It's going to be Chris Adamson in the far lane, in the Bounty Hunter. And he's going to match up with Mike Williams Sr. in the White Lightning Jeep. Small block Chevy power in both of them. Mike Williams Sr. turned a 001 on the tree. 001. Chris Adamson was like 120 on the tree. Wow, Mike Williams 386.1 on the 385 for a 12-pack run. How about that? Mike Williams Sr. going to round 2. Kevin Williams coming up here in the near lane, no relation to Mike. Up against Charlie Johnson and the Mopar team. Gets it done. 437 on the 425 dial. Looks like Kevin was a little late. Not sure what he ran for an ET. But Charlie Johnson turned on the win light. Next up is going to be George Amos. Time Bandit Racing right here in the near lane. The black and blue dragster. Big block Chevy power. Bracket killing machine. This is going to be a good one. He's matched up with Dennis Wright and the new hammer down bracket Jeep. Dennis has laid down some really, really good passes on the time shots this morning. So he's going to be hard to beat today. But he's against one of the best, and George just drove right through the light. Back up, George. And he did. Okay. George lining up right here on the edge. Well, it's only a clean spot left. 424 dial for Dennis. 395 the dial for George Amos. And George Amos turns on the win light. Not sure what Dennis did there. That was kind of funky staging. He had some issues staging the car, and not the light he was looking for, but he'll be back in Pro 3. George Amos 407 turning on the win light to go to round 2. Here's Joe Simeon purging the nitrous. Looks like he had a solo run. Joe in the I Love It Jeep. Dialed in 395. Joe was 020 on the tree after driving it in very deep. Goes 410 on the 95. So Joe will be back in round 2. And come back with Pro 3 first round eliminations. To recap, we are here at the Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California for the Southern California Sand Drag Association Mayhem at Soboba event. You're watching the National Sand Drag News live stream presented by Good Vibrations Motorsports. Be sure to check them out at goodvibesracing.com. Look up Good Vibrations Motorsports on Facebook. Also, I give a shout out to our sponsors for the daily race coverage. Good Vibrations Motorsports, Hammer Down Racing, Morris Family Racing, Rialto Trophy, MPC Racing, Kevin Williams Racing, and Flirting with Disaster. So big shout out to everybody who's ensured the coverage this weekend. We'll be back next with Pro 3. So This is the last race before the summer break for the West Coast racers. It's a little warm out here, so they'll be off. The next event you'll see them at will be the September 30th through October 2nd event here with the SCSDA at the Soboba Casino. Added purse money in all the bracket classes and also the top classes, so that's going to be a pretty good show, as well as a top field showdown. Should be quite a few nitro cars out here for that one, along with the good turnout of top alcohol, eliminator, fast force cars as well. Yeah, this track is a pretty heavy. It's a pretty heavy dirt. A lot of it is potato dirt. They brought in a lot of dirt from Larry Miner's, where they wash the potatoes. They have dirt from their fields that they bring over here to for the track surface, and it's really seemed to improve it. As you can see, this is the natural soil, this sandy kind of deal, and over the years they brought in some heavier soil and mixed in, and it's a pretty, the track this weekend is the best it's ever been here at Soboba. We've seen some really good numbers. In the past there was when it had more sand to it, it wasn't as conducive to big numbers, but this weekend we've seen a lot of really good times. The weather's helped a lot, but the track prep and the way the dirt's been worked has really really aided the traction this weekend. That's kind of a shade. Kind of see a little bit of what the dirt's like there. So we're cleaning the track to come back with Pro 3 first round. Had some great racing in the heads-up categories. I see some of the Eliminator cars are already back up in the lanes. They got 3 rounds left, so we're gonna try to, I think they're gonna try to sneak them around in here a little earlier than schedule, just to try to get them a little closer to the end. We don't have a whole lot of rounds left in the bracket classes, and just finals in the other heads-up categories. So. But we'll stay live at least through the Pro 3 category, see what happens. So where's everybody tuning in from currently? We've had a lot of people from across the country on here throughout the weekend and outside the country. We had some of our Puerto Rican friends on there yesterday. I'm sure Junior's tuning in from Hawaii right now. Trackers, but I don't think it's supposed to be making that noise. Yeah, that was a little out of the norm. So hopefully the John Deere can hang in there throughout the rest of the event. Yeah, that definitely was not a good sound at all. But I do hear a good sound. I hear motors starting up over there. We get ready for Pro 3. It's going to be Wes Johnson coming over here in the near lane. Looks like he gets a single in this class also first round. 5:15. So he's holding over a 10th when we'll come back around for second round. Justin Adamson in the far. Last night's winner in the Pro Gambler against the Friday Night Gambler winner, Charlie Johnson. Charlie in the Mopar Power Jeep over here on the near side. Mopar versus Chevy battle. Charlie's heading over here to the outside. Charlie dialed 468. Justin's in at 442. Likes to go in last. Justin trying to make a save. Well, I'm not seeing anybody moving yet, that's for sure. Uh-oh, Charlie's crossing his arms. Here we go. We're waiting. Justin puts it in. Work there. Charlie put it in a little deep, turned down the red light. Justin Adams is moving on to the next round with a 442. So next up is going to be Chris Adamson over here in the near lane, and Ron Hess on the far side of that neat little Fiat. So Fiat Topolino action there, the Mad Mouse. That is a really cool little car. Turning on the win light, 441 on the 28 dial, and down there and got out of it. You take the win. Speaking of win, Steve Wynn coming up on the far side, the winner yesterday of the Larry Minor Jeep Shootout. Up against Dennis Wright, the hammer down practice. Dennis is a sinister looking lowrider Jeep here. Turns on the win light, 433 on the 428 dial. Not sure what Steve ran on the other side, but looked like Dennis hit the tree good. He was cutting killer lights earlier today, and he did it again right there. So near lane, Jim Lahr. Far lane, Greg Tunget. Another all Jeep battle in round one of the Pro 3 class. On the other end for Greg Tunget, he takes the win, 516 at 56 miles an hour. Going around two. Sand Priest over here on the near side, up against Al McKinney in the far lane. McKinney got the win there, 087 light. He was dangerously close to a stage foul. He was in so deep he actually blinked the stage light off before the starter hit the button, and the light came back on before the stage light came back on before the starter hit the button, and he ended up with the green light. So Al McKinney turns on the win light, going around number 2. So we are going to clean the track, and we'll see what's coming up next. You are watching the National Sandway News live stream presented by Good Vibrations Motorsports. Be sure to go to goodvibesracing.com and like Good Vibrations Motorsports on Facebook. They got a lot of good content on there, along with information about parts they have available. Really good at keeping everybody informed in the happenings of other types of or other drag racing events that they're involved with. They're the presenting sponsor of the March Meet, and everybody wants to go to the March Meet. That event is awesome. So, Good Vibrations Motorsports. Big thank you goes out to those guys for their support this weekend. Sunday afternoon, Eliminations Day. Getting down to it. Looks like the ATV guys are getting their helmets on and ready to go for round number 2. We saw some pretty big hitters go out in the first round, so should be interesting to see. I know there's some really good racers still in, though. It's gonna be some close competition. And the tractors are coming back up. We'll come back with more 300-foot sand drag racing here in Southern California. Oh yeah, Chad's been waiting for the ATV class all day, I'm sure. These guys are some bracket machines. We'll see what these guys can do here. I see our friend from Hawaii, Junior Alamut, is still on there. Junior's going to go do some racing next weekend. We wish him and Super Dave the best of luck. Yeah, Chad, the Fiat was, the guy's name's Ron Hess. He just started racing, and I think the last race in Avenal was his first event. I believe he's with like Tracy Milan and those guys, with his friends of theirs. Really cool car. Chad Kinney's checking in from Blue Collar Firearms. Big thank you to the Kinney family for all their support on NSDN over the years. Those folks are some great supporters of sand drag racing here in Southern California, and also just a great group of people overall. So big shout out to the Kinney family. thank you to SCSDA and all the staff that have put on the event this weekend. They're doing a stellar job, as usual. Seeing the heads-up cars rolling into the lanes for their next round of eliminations. So I'm assuming after this round of the ATVs, we'll probably go to that. We're going to go off the live stream when the heads-up cars run. I'll post the videos after each run, and then we'll go back live when the bracket cars come back out. It just makes it a lot easier for me to manage the video when, and the video is a lot more clear when I do the heads-up videos off the live stream. So I'll give you guys an update when we get back on as to how those rounds ended up, but hey, the bikes are firing up. Round number 2, Motorcycle Pro 1. Mike Brock, he ran a 3:48 earlier today on the bike that's going to be coming up here in the near lane, which is a record. I believe it's Speed Pro bike, something like that. He has the record. He's been trying to lower it, and 48 is I get a 52 to back it up. So let's see what Mike can do here. Mike Brock here in the near lane out of Phoenix against Taylor Holmes. Taylor out of Bakersfield. Mike Brock and Taylor Holmes here in round 2 of Motorcycle Pro 1. Like the Taylor Holmes 411 on the 410 dial. Mike Brock just lowered his record. He went 347 on that pass. 347 with the 2, backed up by his 48 earlier today. That thing was making some good steam. He was rattling the tires pretty good off the line. Fortunately, he wasn't able to turn on the wind light, but I believe Mike's still in on his other bike in MP2. We'll see him back here in a bit. Up next, it's going to be Grant Hutchinson out of Phoenix on the Suzuki here in the near lane against Brad Olson on the Willie Master here in the far lane. Furry plastic on there. Grant dialed in at 435 and Brad did at 450. He went dead on with a 415.6 on the 415 dial. Grant gave it a good effort though. He went 440, and so it'll be Brad Olson and Taylor Holmes coming back for the final round in MP1. Motorcycle Pro 2. You guys would love it. I got my second phone out, checking the results here. Randy Ming's on the far side, and Mark Ratliff in the rear. Mark on the MPC Racing Mansion here. stuff going on here, guys. Wow. So Mark Ratliff's moving on to the next round. We had a little windstorm come in here, blow things around on the starting line. Randy Means turned on the red light, the far lane. Next up to be Marcus Rydell in the far lane and Mike Rock over here in the near side. Oh, Kyle, you know I have earplugs, man. Gotta have the earplugs. Stand this close. Was all Mike Brock. He was 065 on the tree, turned on the wind light. He's coming back for the semifinals down to 3 in the motorcycle Pro 2 class. We're going to clean the jack. And I believe we're going to the heads up class. You can see here. So to recap, you are watching the National Sandbag News live stream presented by Good Vibrations Motorsports. Big thank you to the Good Vibrations crew for coming on board as the presenting sponsor of the live coverage this weekend. So it looks like we're heading over to top eliminator in the heads up category. So I'm going to go off the live feed here for a little bit. Be sure to check the National Sandbag News Facebook page. I'll have the videos and results of each pass after they make it. And then we'll be back here on the live stream after they run. So usually there's a pretty lengthy track prep and whatnot for these guys. So I'm thinking at least a half hour or so. And we'll be back here live at the Soboba Casino at the SCSDA Mayhem at Soboba event. Thanks guys, we'll be back in a little bit.